Alright, I went ahead and did it. I made a video earlier about changing the scales on this guy, and I broke the back one. The original red ones that were on it. It turned out to be really good, and I was debating on putting my translucent sapphire scales on my Champ Plus. I went ahead and did it, and I'm not regretting it. Looks cool. I like it. It makes the Victorinox name show up. I doubt you guys can see this, but when the tweezers are in, it sort of makes this reflective Victorinox pow, and it looks pretty cool. There's still a little bit of a gap on the back scale where the corkscrew is, but it is so snug when they're brand new. When you put these on the rivets, one here, one there, and one there, it's so on there, it's not going to come off. But if you hold it up to the computer screen, you can see. You can't on here, but trust me, it's there. There's a little bit of a gap. You can't notice it just to the eye. You have to hold it up to something just to be able to see the gap. But I'm gonna get a vise. Swiss Bianco used like a little vise. It's like a little handheld vise with a little turny thingy that makes it go in and grip. And you put a rag on each side of the knife, and then put it in the vise, and just squeeze the piss out of it. And he had no gaps. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Find me a little cheap vise to get. Try to put my little Swiss Army knife in there. Well, not so little. But yeah, I did it, and I'm happy. I recommend you do the same. If you want to know where to get the scales, I got these from RotoKid's shop. He's on edcsource.com, and you just type in 91mm scales, or I think just 91mm, and the scales pop up in the search results. And there's a whole bunch. There's blue, I think there's emerald, green, cobalt blue, I think the red's there. They're the plus scales where you put the pen and the straight pen. Ink pen, straight pen, and everybody's seen these, I think. If you have a Swiss Army knife, you know what I'm talking about. It's a straight pen, slides in, bam. Yeah, and they're all the plus scales. I think the regular ones are available too. I'm not sure, but I know I got some off eBay, and those are the ones I broke on this one. And they were pretty cheap. Not cheap made, but cheap in price for the regular red ones. But if you want the blue or some exotic color because you're tired of the old red, like I've been carrying one for like 15 years. Actually close to 20 in here. I'm gonna keep it red. I'm gonna keep it the traditional red. This is an Explorer model. They don't even make these anymore with it has the longer Phillips and the smaller magnifying glass on it. They don't make them like that no more. Now they make them with the bigger magnifying glass and the shorter Phillips, which is kind of a drag, but hey, you know, whatever. It's still a badass tool. It didn't really handicap it at all, or anything like that. It's just kind of like, well, alright, whatever, guys. Because who needs a bigger magnifying glass than a Phillips screwdriver is why. That's what I'm saying. But whatever. Back to the topic at hand here. edsource.com, or edcsource, excuse me, edcsource.com is where you can get some cool looking scales. It took them like a month to ship them to me, but I'm happy with them. I think they're pretty cool. And Swiss Bianco's got some also on eBay. His site's not up yet, but he's got some on eBay, and they're $10 plus shipping. That's not bad. They're a little cheaper on EDC Source. I think you have to wait longer to get them, but it's cheaper on EDC Source. and they're probably going to be just as good. So I'm not gonna badmouth anybody. I think either way you're gonna get the same quality scales. See you.